Hey Virgo, this is a reading about your ex and what transpired. Now, let's just go ahead and do this clarifier. No, I'm not a therapist. So this is for entertainment purposes only. I've gotten a lot of dislikes on the 3 videos I think that I posted ahead of time. But if this resonates with you, take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't, it's okay to click off. I want you to, learn something from this reading. And in the process of this, I'm going to pull tarot to see how you got through it. A breakup can be challenging. Sorry, I had to cut my phone off. A breakup can be challenging, but the learning lessons, we have to learn the difference from what we're put through and how the lessons that we learn. And when we see those red flags from something that we're dealing with ahead of time, that is where the lessons come in at. So yes, it's your ex. Yes, there are things that will make your blood boil, but this is not to make it boil. This is to learn from the lessons that previous ex taught you, and maybe the exes before that. So again, I got a comment saying, I'm cutting off. I'm stopping this right now. This is not to trigger you. This is to learn what you went through. And again, that's where I'm at. This is, for my channel, The World is Waiting. I have a Patreon channel, Phoenix Empath Intuitive. And so, check me out. The link is in the description. Like, share, comment, positive. If you don't like it, that's fine. I understand that this will hit home for people. And also what I was taught is that if something is triggering or something caused you to feel a certain way, then it must be the truth. That's how we learn from the things that hurt us. And no, this is not to harm anybody or to make anybody feel sad. This is to learn how we got through it and to get what resonates and what, and if it doesn't, just leave it alone. So the first card that came out, it says, do they have my best interest at heart? And it says maybe. So this, again, this is from your ex. This could be your energy or their energy. Now, these cards are yes, no, and maybe. So I'll clarify them. Hold on, that card fell. I'll clarify them as well in order to get better energy. Sorry, my camera is on the break. I just did something, and that's not what I wanted to do. So anyway, that's what we're going to look at, and then I'm going to change the view so you could see it how I see it as well. But yeah, this is not to trigger you, Virgo. This is just to see how strong you are and what you went through. Too many cards. I'm not taking it. This card fell by itself. I'm just going to get a couple of cards. And again, if this doesn't resonate with you, it just doesn't. Take what resonates. If it doesn't, just, it's okay to click off. But this is so that you can understand what you went through and how you got through it. So it says, do they miss me? The answer is no. Again, no. Some people were so toxic that were in your life previously that no, they, it could be your energy or theirs. But it's saying that they don't miss you. That doesn't mean that, whatever it is that you went through. So that's what it is. This is what I'm doing. I'm trying a new way because we have to learn from all of the hurts are considered lessons. So, whatever you went through, whatever you are going through, and whatever you keep going back to could be what you're learning from this experience. Everybody comes in our lives for a reason, whether it be to uplift you, whether it be to, come and make you realize something about yourself. Is this a permanent breakup? It says maybe. Are we a vibrational match? No. So again, this could be the vibrations weren't there. It says it right there. I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera over so you can see it in the view that I see, because I messed the angle up in this camera. So don't worry about it. So here we go. Let me cut this light on so you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Yeah, there you go. So at the bottom of the deck, we have, am I reactive in relationships? It says maybe. So do you react to everything in relationships? So do you Do they have my best interest at heart? Maybe. Do they miss me? No. Is this breakup permanent? Maybe. Are we a vibrational match? No. So this could be why it was meant for you to move forward with this relationship. And this is why you might be better off as friends or something of the sort. So it could be the point that they don't miss you because they see you. Maybe you guys live down the hall from each other. Maybe you guys have friends of friends, and maybe you guys are cordial. Maybe you guys had to go within in order to learn to love each other by being without each other. Again, if this is a toxic relationship, any kind of abusive, I don't condone it. So I won't be pushing and rooting for that situation. But, if this is something that we have to actually learn about, then that could be why. So this is a message this is the Hidden Truth Oracle deck. And the Hidden Truth is basically, I'm sorry about that. The Hidden Truth is the one who got away. It's the questions or the answers. You're asking the truth, and so it's from the one who got away, from your interest, your past person, or someone that you've been dealing with. It says you don't know how hard it was to let you go. So do they have my interest at heart? It says maybe. So then they're saying you, or their energy is saying you don't know how hard it was to let you go. So I'm not sure if you walked away or if they walked away, but they said it was a hard thing for them to do. Do they miss you is the next one, and it says no. And this one says, I'm starting to understand our connection. Again, like I said, it could be something in regards to, no, they don't miss you, but they are dealing with you in the 5D and not the 3D. So that means they still are remembering the things about you, or the things that you guys went through, and they don't have a chance to miss you because they're always thinking about you. It could be something like that. I look for you everywhere. So that is another energy. Is this a permanent breakup? Maybe. It says, I am becoming a better person. You taught them something, Virgo. You taught them something about you, and they are going and they're dealing with it daily. So they're becoming a better person because of the lessons that you guys went through. And it says, are you a vibrational match? And it says no, but they want you still, because something about your relationship. Yep. It was, like I said, in the 5D. I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. So you taught them in the 3 and the 5D. Whether you walked away or they walked away, they they learned something from you, and so that's the reason why it says you don't know how hard it was to let you go. I'm starting to understand our connection. I look for you everywhere. I am becoming a better person, and I want you. This doesn't mean that it's final. Again, if this is a abusive relationship, I don't condone that. I'm not telling you, but again, is this a permanent breakup? It says maybe, but maybe not. It just depends on how the universe works and what you're willing to tolerate. But when people walk away from a situation, they learn that sometimes the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So that's where this could be not a final thing. So I'm going to go ahead and pull tarot on this, Virgo, because again, you have learned something, they have learned something. It seemed like they took more, or this could be vice versa, whether the energies match on your side. Someone took something out of this relationship and they're loving you from the 5D. So no, it didn't work out in the 3D, but the 5D is teaching them lessons that your silence is your silent, being silent or not being around you and going through that daily experience of a relationship is teaching them who they are and what, that it wasn't so bad. So anyway, in this process, the 8 of Pentacles, sorry, my earpod dropped. In the process, the 8 of Pentacles comes out, and the 8 of Pentacles is basically you working on yourself or someone working on themselves. So it says learning all you can about a subject or career, going back to school, taking a seminar, and finding a mentor, attention to detail, skilled work that you love. So someone in this process, is going back within and working on themselves, whether it be you or them. And then the Sun card comes out, a time of great joy and success, brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities, plans that work out perfectly, gratitude for the divine. When you work on yourself, things start to happen, whether you like them or not. So this relationship could have been what it could have been the lesson that you needed to have, and also a lesson that they needed to have to be a better person. And so once you realize, or they realized that, they started to work on what it is that the faults that you brought up towards them. And so that's why it says, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson, because of the fact that, so you see these cards that came out. Here's my cards. Here's the cards that came out. So the card that came out is the 9 of Pentacles. And it says, enjoying the fruits of your labor, hard work that has led to a luxurious life, buying yourself something special, happily and successful, self-employed, enjoying your solitude. So your solitude, again, you've worked on yourself. You or this person has worked on themselves. And I think it's more so you, Virgo, because I know you guys and I know how you guys love your coins, working on yourself. Because, yeah, do they miss you? No, they say they don't, but that's not true, because there's one of these energies are making them become a better person. So this, to me, this right here is ego based, because they're saying, do they miss you? No, they don't, but they're learning from the things that you brought to their attention. And that's why there's a spiritual lesson. They have no, there is right now there's an opportunity for them to work on themselves based upon the things that you brought to their attention. So it's like, it says there, I'm starting to understand our connection, and it was, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. So their ego is still here, but they're working on it. Here is the King of Swords, and I'm just, hold on, let me read that card for you. I'm becoming a better person. So again, a lesson is a relationship, or any type of lesson happens when hurt is involved. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from the things that, you can't fix, the things that you can't change. So that is where this comes in. It says, I look for you everywhere. So no, they're saying that they don't miss you. This is still ego based. They still haven't worked on their ego. And if the 5 of, now is it the five of swords comes out, to me that's the ego based energy with the 5 of swords, but it hasn't come out. But the King of Swords comes out. So let me just read this. The Queen of Wands comes out. Brilliant, talented, independent, controlling. It says, there is nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life. So again, that's what you're working on. This energy, Virgo, is you working on yourself, because this person was ego based. And so is the relationship permanent? Is this breakup permanent? I mean, it depends. They're still in a relationship with you in the 5D. And that's just what it is. It says, do they have my best interest at heart? Maybe they did, but their ego was so big, Virgo, that they couldn't do it. And if you love somebody, being a Virgo, you do. And that's just it. And you're going to give them your all until they give you a reason not to. Is this breakup permanent? Well, if they come back and they worked on themselves and they realize, not to say, oh, I told you so, whatever, but if they can say that this is what they really wanted in the first place, then that means that they've worked on their ego. So here is the King of Swords. It says, intelligent, impartial, respected, stoic, receiving wise advice, remain objective and fair-minded, public speaking, communicate clearly. That's the part right there. Not being able to communicate your feelings. And so this is how they feel. So if somebody was to say, do you miss Virgo? They're going to be like, no. But this is how they feel all along. These are the messages that they weren't able to say to you. So that's how they feel. They want you. Do they miss you? They might say no to everyone else, but in reality, they do miss you. This is a spiritual connection, because now that you're not here with them and you walked away from the situation, they are dealing with you in the 5D. So if that means dreams that they were with you, they don't want to admit that. But at the end of the day, they're going to admit that they wanted you. So anyway, communicate clearly. That's what they didn't do. Swords energy is unemotional relationships or being emotionally unavailable. So that's where they were, Virgo. You're pouring out your heart to this person, and they are acting as if, no, they don't miss you. But in actuality, the spiritual lessons that you taught them, I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. The spiritual lesson that you taught them is letting them know that they're going at it the wrong way, but they're also realizing that it might not have been a vibrational match, but they still do want you. And it was a lesson that they're learning. So again, this is their energy. This is how they feel. Their ego is so big that they cannot say to you, that they cannot communicate with you. It says, communicate clearly. Unemotional relationships or being emotionally unavailable. This is why they're your ex, because while you were pouring your heart out to them, Virgo, they weren't doing the same thing. They were acting as if you would always be there. And so now, this is when they say, do they have your best interest? Yeah, physically they would protect you, but mentally they weren't protecting you when it came to how you felt and the things that you want, your desires, like that, if that makes sense. And then at the bottom of the deck we have the king of what is this, the king of wands? Yeah, I think this is the king of wands. It says motivational, inspiring, theatrical, ambitious, taking a leadership role, step in the spotlight, public speaking, keep your eyes on the big picture, communicate your vision, don't be sensitive to criticism. So again, you've taken all that you can take when it comes to this situation. However, it was just emotionally unavailable. And here it is, trusting the situation, and the King of Cups here. And now you're still celebrating at the same time because you have the energy of the Emperor, and the world is on your side. That unknown energy you have to get rid of. And then the Ace of Cups is sitting right here. So, I mean, it just lets you know, Virgo, that this person was in an ego-based relationship. Like I said, if the Five of Swords would have came out, that's like ego to me, that on the regular tarot, to me, that's ego, because you are, it's like, I won. If you can remember back to the regular tarot, it shows you, I should be able, I want to find it for you, but while I'm talking, but it shows you in regular tarot, let me pull my big cards out. It shows you in regular tarot that, you are, it shows you in regular tarot, so this is walking away, Eight of Cups energy. But in regular tarot, it shows you that, the 3 swords are in his hand and the 2 are on the ground, and the people in the back, I got something in my eye. The people in the back are feeling defeated. But to me, that is the ego-based energy. Like, oh, it doesn't matter what somebody will go through. I'm going through this. And I was going to say that was it. I'm going through this and I'm winning at all costs. And then until that energy changes, once, you walk away from that situation. And so that's the reason why I want to kind of show you, and why I say that, because, this is the energy that you are in. You're always fighting and protecting your feelings and fighting, for the things you want. And now, it's just like the people will, the person that you're dealing with, or, your ex, they couldn't even say what their real feelings were. Once they felt like they defeated your energy or whomever's energy, then they were like, I won. And they kept going through checking off these checklists. But then here it is, it turns around and you are, they're left alone. And so, yeah, they have all those swords. Here it is right here. So look, this is the energy, you see he's sending these 2 people packing, and this is his energy. You see the swords are on the ground. So I took the swords from you. This is the ego base that what I'm trying to say, Virgo. And so now this is the energy that they're in. It's funny that they're right behind each other. This is the energy that they're in, and this is right in front of it, because here, this is, okay, yeah, you won. You have all the swords, but what does that leave you with? Your cups are knocked down. You're sad. Look at your head down. You're having worry and regret. You're searching for, 3 of Wands energy. You're searching for something that isn't going to happen, So here it is. That's the energy that they're in, Virgo. So this is not a win or lose situation. It's lessons to be learned when it comes to relationships, or just dealing with things in the past, or dealing with dealing with things that we call, hurt or pain. Those are lessons. Those hurts, those pains are lessons that we all have to learn from. And so I don't know, Virgo, I'm going to go ahead and end it like that. But this is a message from your ex. Even though they say they don't miss you, their ego. And this is why the Knight of Swords is here. They want you still. They will not admit it because they're in that ego-based energy. So I don't know. If this does not resonate with you, I understand. Please like, share, subscribe. Check out my Patreon, Phoenix Empath Intuitive. I mean, look, going back and check out my other videos as well. So, all right, Virgo, I hope your day is going well. Remember, this is to teach you where you are. So regardless on how they treated you, you still are working on yourself. This is your energy right here. This is what you're working on. You and your pentacles, and this is theirs. That just shows you. Look at the difference in the energies. Look at his head. He's sad. He's by himself, and he's realizing here, I want you, and I look for you everywhere. What, I mean, and this should show you right here. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I am starting to understand our connection. I am becoming a better person. Do you see that? That's what I mean by that. This is their energy. Look at this. They're sad. So yeah, they have said all of these different things. No, I'm not a vibrator. No, we don't match, in front of their friends. No, we don't match, do they miss me? No, I don't miss her. I don't miss him. Is this a permanent breakup? And they're saying to themselves, maybe it is, because I see Virgo working on herself or themselves, themselves. Virgo is working, look, hard at work. Somebody's teaching Virgo how to make this pinnacle. The sun is on your side. Look at that. All of the elements are there. Everything is there. Look at, there's victory in the background with the horse and then there's your gate. There's your pinnacle sitting up. And then here you are sitting there. So Virgo, that just lets you know that you'd rather be in that energy than to be that ex that is regretting anything. You're learning the lessons from this situation. So I don't know. I think this was a good reading. So again, this is for you to learn what you've been through, or where you are from the past, and how you will recognize the red flags when someone isn't pouring that same energy into you, Virgo. So I hope this resonates with you. I hope, meaning that I'm sorry that this is a breakup, but you are still in this process, in this energy and not this energy. All right, Virgo, have a nice day.